Hey guys, if you know me, you know that I love everything that has to do with Google, and that includes Google Forms. So I literally use Google Form for almost every aspect of my business. Sample information, order information, my subscription box information, team information, until someone brought up JotForm. And even then I was a little skeptical, and then my good friend Jill said, hey, anything that integrates really big third-party apps like Facebook and PayPal definitely deserves some attention. At this point, I have completely abandoned all Google Forms and all of my eggs are in JotForm's basket. So I wanted to show you exactly how to create a form and how to include those third-party apps. Okay, so for the majority of us, we are just going to need the free version. So I'm going to click here and say sign up for free. Then it's going to take me to create my account. I'm going to use my spam account for this one. Then it's going to ask for a company name. You can put anything you want here. A lot of people ask me, like, what are you going to put there? So I put my name, and then I choose small business owner. Again, you can choose anything. And then it's going to want you to choose a profession. I really didn't find anything that really fit what I wanted it to be, so I chose other and choose done. Now, if you are the type of person that likes templates and themes, JotForm has this for you, and it's up at the top, you can see. But I personally like to create everything myself, so I'm going to go over and hit Create Form. I'm going to start with a blank slate, and we're going to make this one an order form. So this is what a blank template looks like, and one thing I love about JotForm is up at the top, it literally tells you when it was created and then when it's saved, and it saves every time you do something. It saves it. Your first option up at the top is to add your logo. I have found through testing that that really doesn't work, so I've created my own image, and I'll show you so that way it'll fit perfectly within your form. So I'm going to use the graphic that I created for my order form instead of a heading. So I'm going to remove this, and then over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to add a form element. Right here you see image, so I'm just going to click it, and I'm going to drag it in. And then once you choose the element, it's going to slide over to the right-hand side. It's going to give you all kinds of options of things to do. I'm going to choose my image, and there we go. And it automatically tells you the width that is the best size for this form, and it looks like it's about 600 by 250. But I did create this graphic in Canva, and it's a custom dimension, of course, because I wanted it to be kind of like a really short rectangle. So the custom dimensions are 950 by 385 if you want to create something that looks similar to this. Now there are some advanced features. You can come over here and you can actually link the image. People can click on the image and take them somewhere else. You can have hover text, so when someone actually hovers over it, it says something. For me right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to X out. So I'm going to start adding things to the form that are relevant to an order form. Now what I will tell you is whenever you choose full name, it's going to give you like two separate ones, which I personally don't like. It's user preference, but you'll find that also like here on the address one. I'm just not a fan of that. So let me show you what I do, but this is an option. So for me, I prefer the short entry text for the name, and then you can actually just type it in right here. And then for the address, I like long entry text. It just takes up less room. And for me, even as a consumer, as a customer looking in, if I have to scroll a lot in a form, and also another tip, if you're going to add a new page, there are a lot of people, including myself, that I just have this mental phobia that I'm entering in all this information on the first page, and what if I get to the second page and there is something that I don't want to answer? Now I've wasted all of that time on the first page. I make everything one page and as short as possible. So now we've added a couple of choices. You can actually come over here and click on the properties, and it's going to slide you over and give you a chance to edit and make it look a little bit different. So even though we edited the name over here, you can choose here. You can choose it to be on the left side, which is also nice for making the form shorter. Another thing is not using the sub-label, but over here in advanced, you can actually have a placeholder. So I want them to put their first, last name. And then the same thing goes for my shipping address. And then over in advanced, I want it to say city, state, and zip. And something that you do want to do is make sure that it is required. So they have to include their name and they have to include their address. You'll see that depicted over here by the little asterisk. But then you would add the things that you would normally add to an order form: email address, phone number. A lot of people like to put in information about hosting their own party or gauge their interest in joining. Now again, I like to keep my forms as short as possible, so I want it to be as little as possible. So the drop down box for me works like a charm. Let's make this drop down. Ever thought about doing what I do? And then you click on the options tab, and this is where you can put the options that you would want. And then it says for each separate item, you're going to do a new line. And you can even make this a little bigger to make sure it's a required question. Okay, so let's say that we have our form and it has everything that we want it to have. Now, let's talk about getting them to like your business page, right? This is all within the same thing. So this is actually going to be in the widget form, and it's right here, Facebook like box. And it's going to ask me for my business page URL, update widget. And it might not show here, but I promise it's there. When we go to preview it, it'll show up. Now let's chat a little bit about adding PayPal. Now I'm going to be very clear here. The only reason why I include PayPal, it's because it's my personal subscription box form. So instead of them submitting the Google form saying, hey, I want to try your subscription box, and then me sending them a PayPal invoice, this actually does it for you. Add form element, and you click on payments, and it's right there, PayPal. So I'm going to click and drag it in, put my PayPal info, and hit continue. And now it's going to ask me to create a new product, kind of like a store. So for me, I'm going to offer different size subscription boxes. And so here, this is just an example, just so I can show you what I'm talking about. So let's say that I'm going to offer a $1 box. So the price is going to be $1. And if you want to choose an image, you can. You don't have to. I don't on my form. And then save products. So now I have a $1 box. So we'll create another one. We'll call this one a $2 box for $2. Save product. And you can actually include things like shipping and tax, but I include shipping within the product itself. So if it normally costs $3 to send the product, it would say a $1 box plus $3 shipping, making it a $4 total, if that makes sense. And that is literally it. Let's change the way this looks, and then we'll look at a finalized one. Now for the page color, that's going to be this area right back over here, and you can click on this box and you can choose what you want it to be, but I already know what my color is. Good, so it matches my name. And that's really all I want to change. I really don't want to change anything else. You can also, above your Facebook page, you can put information like, hey, I would love it if you fill out my business page, or for the VIP group, you can actually link your VIP group as well in a link. So right here in this text. So I talk about my VIP group. You click the link and then put your URL. So now that's linked. Done. Now I want to preview my form, and here we go. You can come up here, you can see what's going on a cell phone or a tablet or a desktop. And so if you scroll down a little bit more, you can see my text, you can see my business page for them to like. And then down here is where they can choose their product. So let's say I want to choose a $2 box. Once I hit submit, it's going to take me to PayPal to pay. Bada bing, bada boom. If they have PayPal, they can log in and pay with PayPal, or the best thing right down here, they can pay with the debit or credit card. This is my form for my subscription boxes, and I have this image that I created in Canva, same size as the header, but it says, hey, hitting submit order, which actually changed to checkout, will take you to PayPal to check out. If you do not have a PayPal account, choose the pay with debit or credit card option as highlighted here. So that way they know that they do not need a PayPal account to check out. So I hope that helped, and I hope that you can find a way to use this in your business, because it has been completely a game changer for mine. So if you have any questions, like I mentioned, put it down below in the comments, and I will help you as best as possible. Thanks, guys. Bye. What is what? What?